Hello everybody, this is Eric Simpson, sometimes known as Pastor Eric, Pastor Simpson, Pasta Eric, or Pasta Simpson, depending on who you are. But anyway, I just want to welcome you. This is my brief little explanation of how this Messy Church thing, Messy Church in a Bag, is going to work. Just a brief word before we get started. We really emphasize that this is meant to be a family activity, a family program, and I want to encourage the parents to kind of get stuck in with your children, sort of explore all what's going on, and I hope it'll be a real encouragement to you, something to try and break the monotony. I realize this is a tough time for everybody, but I just want to give huge applause to all the parents, all the children out there. I think you're doing really well, and this will not last forever. And without further ado, let's dive into what's going on. So you can have your favorite cuppa with you. I've got my, I don't know if you can read that, Sermonator mug, kindly given to me by Pete and Vicki Nicholson. Thank you very much. Everyone, now we're working really hard to be able to get these bags out for Wednesday, whatever day of the week, whatever number that is. So Wednesday we'll be doing the knock and drop at your home. I want to thank you for those who are helping us doing the deliveries. We have together about 160 families who were sort of the initial sort of rush of people who contacted me, and then there's another 35 or so that has sort of trickled in later. So I had to make another order of materials. So please don't be discouraged if you don't get yours tomorrow. When the other items come, we'll be gathering those together and getting those out as soon as possible. Now within the bag, I'll be showing you what the bulk of the people will be getting. I'm hoping virtually every bag will be the same. Sometimes when you order things don't come in as they should, and there may be some slight variations. Please don't be upset, but we'll kind of walk through this and do the very best that we can. Okay, you'll get one of these brown bags that looks like a takeaway kind of bag. Not very fancy, but it does the job. So within this bag, you'll have some various bits of paper. We'll come to those in just a minute. You'll have one of these, which is a scratch art rainbow, and I thought this would be really cool because the rainbow giving hope, and it's kind of the symbol of that we will make it through this together with the NHS and so forth and so on. You'll get one of these little yellow scratch pens, and all you do is, I won't do this one so we can give this one out, all you do is you kind of scratch it through and color appears underneath. You can do any kind of design that you want to. You can do the whole thing, you can do stars, you can do designs, whatever you do. And when you get it, you'll see what that is all about. Also, there's this. I'll explain this in just a moment. We have aimed to get 5 felt tips to every child. When I put out the first question, the first survey out a number of days ago, people said that felt tips were something that a lot of them needed. So we tried to supply every child with some felt tips. As you can imagine, if we have 350 children times 5, that's a whole bunch. So we're going to try and get out various colors. Obviously not everyone's going to get all your favorite colors, but we'll try and vary the colors as best we can. So everyone should have 5 felt tips. Everybody will have a selection of some kind of chocolate and sweets. We want to try and do our very best. We had a load of these given. I don't think we'll have enough to give to all 350, but we'll do our very best. By the way, you eat this. You don't. I guess you could color it with it if you want, but I'd suggest eating it. Also, with your scratch art rainbow, you'll get one of these. It's a little magnet. You can peel off the back, put it on the back of your rainbow, and you can stick it on your fridge, or if you want to, you could take your rainbow and tape it up to the window. That would be cool as well. Also, bit of fun, we have everyone should be receiving a a mask of some sort. I think we have 2 or 3 different designs. So it's that, yeah, that's me. And a little stretchy thing. You put this through the 2 holes, like so. Pull it through. And the other side. Obviously, you color the mask, anything that you want to do, and all of a sudden you have a mask that stays. I even find that, there we go, I even find that the teenagers kind of have a lot of fun with this as well, the older ones, preteens. Okay, so that's what is in the bag. Let me go through a bit of the paperwork that's in there. First of all, we have one of our 2019-2020 leaflets that hopefully went through all the schools. This shows the diary for all the Messy Church throughout the year. Now, for this year, obviously, we're finished with the normal situation just because of the virus. I don't know when everything will be back up and running, but it'll show you at least what it looks like. Again, this diary is no longer any good. We'll make you aware through Facebook, and I'll work hard on our website to get it back up and up to date. Also, we do something we call All In. This is on a Tuesday during the normal school year. Apart from weeks that we do Messy Church, All In is for those who are interested in trying to understand a little bit more about this God thing in a fun way. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more in depth than the Messy Church, but it's an opportunity if you would like to come along. If you have any questions about that, please see me. But it does give you a little bit of a blurb about that. Also within your pack will be a one page, an A4. One will be a coloring sheet on one side. The other side is a word search. Obviously, if you want to do your word search first, maybe in pencil, because if you do it in the felt tip, it will bleed through, and so your coloring will not look quite as nice. But we tried to pick a coloring sheet that could be sort of attractive to as many ages as possible. Kind of a cool coloring sheet there, and a nice word search. That is for you. Now, coming on to a couple other things. So we've got a card here, and so the idea behind this is that you want to color this in. Very cool card, and I'll show you what it does in the final product, and then we'll take a quick walk through. This is what my wife Lisa did. She decorated this one. Happy Easter. And then when you open it up, and I'll show you how this works, we've got a little chicken there, but if you look at his beak, yeah, kind of like that, or like that, or like that. Kind of cool, kind of cool. So, and then there'll be a couple of pre-printed eggs on this one. We didn't actually have the eggs actually on the original one, but we kind of thought that it'd be nice to do a couple of sort of funky designs ready to color, but my wife just kind of did these freehand. Let me quickly walk through you how to do that. Okay, all you want to do is you want to fold the card as you would fold a card, but you want to fold it back like that. And you want to fold along the dotted line that comes right down the middle. Okay, this is one of those things where a parent would probably be good if you got really young ones, because the accuracy of how you fold it will determine whether it comes out all right, or we may struggle a bit. Okay, so fold it like that, and you can bring it back out like that. But then you want to fold it again, and what you want to do, you want to get a pair of scissors, and if you want to see on the beak, there's a teeny tiny little horizontal line right across the middle of the beak. You want to take your scissors and just very carefully cut along that middle line, right like that, right to where it reaches the edge. Okay, and at that point, what you want to do, and I know it's just me in the office because of social isolation, separation. It's just me in the office with my camera, and so what you want to do, you want to very carefully fold the two bits the two triangles along the dotted line, and I'll show you, and I'll bring it closer to the camera so you can see this. Fold it very carefully along the dotted line, one, then the other. And let me walk up so you can see what I'm on about. Very carefully along the dotted line. Can you see that? Like that. Okay. And then it's a little bit of faffing, So I folded it back out. So you fold these back out, and then you want to be able to fold this out so that when the card opens up, the duck bill will open up. So you have to kind of push it from, if you push it from the back, I find that it tends to work. But there's a little bit of fiddling about, and when you open up like that, it closes, it closes, and then opens, and then closes, and then opens. Just a bit of fun, Doesn't matter whether you want to color it beforehand or after, it doesn't matter. Okay, so there's that card. Have a lot of fun with that. Example, there's what Lisa did. On the inside, you can see open and closes. Now this last bit is, these are all kitted up. What this is a little bit of a resurrection scene. Pretty cool. Here is the final product. Here's what it's going to look like. Now you may say, I don't have those colors. These are your colors. That's okay. We find that in Messy Church. We are not bothered about what color things are. You color them as to what you want. That's part of what all Messy Church is all about. Okay, your own creativity, your own thoughts. Now you'll get a kit with these various wooden bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now we've tried very hard to make sure each kit has each part. If you are missing parts, please message me. And we do have some spare ones when we got the kits. They were all in bags of 4, so we had to separate them all out and put them in individual bags. Hopefully we've done a good job. There were some spare parts, sometimes in bags that were missing a part, or there was a spare part, and so we have a small quantity of extra bits. And so let me know if you are missing something, and we'll try to sort that out. Very simply, if you just look at the picture and follow along, it's very, very simple to just put it together. Some of the parts I did notice, particularly the sheep, because of how these were cut, how these are made. Sometimes there's bits you have to maybe sand down a little bit, or maybe take a knife, adults only please, take a knife and just kind of shave off a little bit if you have a bit of sandpaper. But all the items just go onto the scene. Obviously you want to color them in, decorate them as you want. We didn't have any glue to give out to everybody. I tried ordering some glue sticks for everyone, but my source for glue sticks, they only were delivering sanitary products, cleaning solutions, and all that sort of thing. So I do apologize for that. If you have any sort of glue, even something like Blue Tack, if you had Blue Tack, that could work. Maybe even a bit of sticky tape. If you color it in sticky tape on felt tips, I'm not sure how well that will work. But when you finish it, it should look something like that, straightforward where things go. But if you just follow the picture, you can see how it should look right toward the end. I'll post one of these pictures up on the website, up on Facebook, so you can see the final product. And please, when we have our huddle time and I'll post it, available for Sunday morning, Easter Sunday morning, have our huddle time. We'll have this with you, and we'll actually use this as part of our huddle time together, okay? And if you've never been to Messy Church, don't worry about it. It's kind of cool this way. It lets you actually to come into Messy Church with zero pressure whatsoever. Nothing weird about it. As you can see, what all happens in Messy Church and kind of what this huddle time thing sort of looks like. But it's all about trying to help you have some fun, see parents and children interact, and understand a little bit about what this whole God thing is all about. I realize that a lot of people struggle and all kinds of questions and all kinds of things, and that's just fine. But this is just a way to be able to understand just a little bit. So I hope you really have a lot of fun with this, and these will be coming to your doors very, very soon. And thank you so much, and we trust this will be a great, great thing to try to help have a bit of diversion with this whole self-isolation, staying at home thing. So thank you again. Any questions, please message me, and we'll get through this together. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. One thing I forgot to bring out is that there'll be another piece of paper in there, an A5, that on the front of it, it explains a little bit about what Messy Church is, gives a little bit of an explanation, also mentions the huddle time that will be available on Sunday. So I want to encourage you to tune in on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, and we'll have that available. On the back of it, it gives a little bit of what is Easter all about, okay? So I just want to encourage you just to read through that with your children, and if there's any questions or anything at all, want to make that available to you, and just message me, email me, anything like that, and we'd be very happy to try and answer all the questions that you might have. Thanks again.